and gentlemen, coming in towards our session start here, about just under 3 minutes from now. So again, to all swimmers, all coaches, just a couple quick reminders at the beginning of the session here. As we're coming down to the deck, we do wish that you're trying to get everybody to maintain distance. We will try to get all swimmers to maintain distance as they are moving to and from their races. We'd like to remind all swimmers that while they are up in the spectator area or moving around on the deck, we are asking all swimmers to have masks on for the duration of the session. Exceptions to that would be for a race, or for warm-up cool-down, or while you are eating or drinking and having a snack. And masks on at all times, except when eating, drinking, or in the water for warm-up cool-down or races. And we're going to get our session welcome underway. So on behalf of Pacific Coast Swimming and the District of Saanich, we'd like to welcome all of our racers here to the pool today. This is the 2021 Pacific Coast Swimming Christmas Cracker Championships. This is our 19th annual hosting of the event. Small delay for the pandemic, of course. So welcome everybody to the pool. Welcome everybody to Saanich Commonwealth Place for this 11-12 session one, our second session of the Cracker total. Pacific Coast Swimming and the District of Saanich, as well as event organizers, would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather today resides within the traditional territories of the Kwangan peoples, represented by the Songhees and Squamish nations, as well as the Masonic peoples, who are represented by the Sartlet, Quechin, Tsewuk, Sekam, and Malahat nations. Their historic relations to the land on which we gather continues to this day. We'd also like to thank once again everybody for coming out for the meet. Big thanks to all of our volunteers for selflessly donating all of your time to this session, especially if you are donating time throughout the duration of the rest of the meet. So big huge thanks to you. Pat on the back.
Reminder to anyone who might be tuned in, if you would like to forward the live stream link to anybody else, you can reach the live stream link from Pacific Coast Swimming's website under the events tab, or just on the right hand side of the website itself, there is a live stream link on the main page. We will be starting our event order off with the 4x50 meter medley relays. We have event 213 with 1 heat, followed by 1 heat of event 214 and event 215, and then 216. These are the girls 10 and under and boys 10 and under 200 meter medley relay. The girls 11 and under and boys 11 and under 200 meter medley relays, respectively. Following that, we will be getting into our main session. And we'll be starting with the 50 meter butterfly, followed by the 200 meter freestyle. At this time, we'd like to wish all athletes the very best of luck. We are at our start time, so we'll be beginning here very shortly. So all athletes, very best of luck in all of your swims this afternoon. And we'd also like to extend a huge thank you to our referees and starter for this afternoon session. We have Glenn Gregg as our starter and Jeff Stevens, both meet manager and referee. So a huge thank you to both of those two individuals for all their work throughout the session and the meet as well.
That I'm buying one.
Okay. Well, it's not yours.
It's not mine, but it's my brand icon as well. So.
Please? Pretty please? So are you starting or am I starting? Either way. Oh, yeah, you start. Yeah, it's classy.
It's so
Who's referee? What's that? Who's referee?
Jeff is. Jeff's repping. Glenn, you're starting, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'm judging.
Coaches and swimmers, spectators on the live stream, we appreciate your patience as we're getting our final preparations underway for the session start. We should be underway shortly here. I will take this moment to remind all swimmers that if you make a best time in this afternoon's session, you can come up to the announcing table, fill out a piece of paper with the event that you swam, your name, your club's name, and your time, if it is a best time. And you can enter it into a draw for prizes later on in the meet. So again, this is only for best times and only for today's session. We'll be having other best time draws throughout the duration of the meet, but for today, if you make a best time in this morning's time final session, or this afternoon's time final session rather, you can come down to the announcing table and fill out a best time sheet for a chance to win prizes. Additionally, if any of your times in prelims end in .19, the number 19 is our magic number for this meet. So if any of your times in prelims end in .19, coaches, perhaps you can help swimmers out with some of this. You win a fabulous chocolate bar prize to share amongst the rest of your teammates, or just hold on to for just yourself. So again, magic number is 19. If any of your prelims times end in .19, for example, in 100 freestyle, that would be 101.19 as an example. You can come down to the announcing table to collect a fabulous chocolate bar prize.
Life is good?
Still in there right now.
Oh, really? That's weird.
I feel like I'm gonna have to find some really.
So again, as previously reminded, just while we're filling our last couple of requirements here, first event of this afternoon is going to be event 213, the 4x50 meter girls 10 and under 200 meter relay. Following that, event 214, the 10 and under boys 200 meter medley relay. Event 215, the girls 11 and under 4x50 medley relay. And then event 216 to top off our relays, the 11 and under boys 4x50 medley. Following that, we'll be moving into event 201, the girls 11 and under 50 meter butterfly, which will be followed up by event 202, the boys 50 meter butterfly. Following that, we'll move through the 200 meter freestyle, the 50 meter backstroke, and the 200 meter individual medley, and finish things off with the 50 breaststroke.
You don't have to talk about a hush coming over the crowd. There's a little crowd. It's pretty eerie.
I just like it's times like this. There's like nobody here. There's very few people. Like just silence feels like, you know, like it's my job to create stuff that's like not silent. That attention on music is our live stream. There's so many things that I can talk about without just starting to sound like it's going on.
I don't know what the hold up is now. We tested it and we got
5 minutes of the week. I'm hoping you're pretty quick run through.
should be. Once we get through, then it'll roll on.
Yeah, right? We good?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. Swimmers, listen to me for a moment. Are you guys ready to start? Because if you are, say yeah. I think we can do a little bit better than that. Swimmers, are you ready to race? Say yeah. One more time. See if we can make it. Let's see if we can shake the lights on the roof. Are you ready to race? Say yeah. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, session 1 rather of our 11 and under events. This is event 213, 10 and under girls, 200 meter medley relay. Mr. Referee. And our first race underway once again. To anyone tuning in on the live stream, this is event 213, heat 1 of 1, girls 10 and under 200 meter medley relay, our 4x50 medley. In lane number 3, UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 4, UVic Pacific Coast swimming again. Lane 5, UVic Pacific Coast swimming a third time. First swimmers in the water here, we have lane 3 rather, Juliana Roper for the backstroke leg. Lane 4, Eden Blaine. Lane 5 is Katie McLaren. I hear a couple swimmers making some noise, cheering on their teammates. And we encourage that, so swimmers, make sure to make some noise for your teammates. Keep them going, racing fast. Our first place turnover at the 50, lane number 4, Uvic Pacific Coast A. It is Zoe Long in the water now for the breaststroke portion of the race. Lane number 3 and lane number 5, Eleanor Fairhurst and Adair Nadeau for lane 5. And the turnover in 4 at the 100, 139.01, and that's Zoe Long off the breaststroke, Sophia Zeibel in the water for the fly. Turnover in 5 and then 3, 151.62, 154.37, Uvic Pacific Coast B then C. Ada Chen in 5 for the fly in 5, for second rather, and Elodie Cherninkoff for the third place swim in, or third place leg rather, for Uvic Pacific Coast C in 3. Final 50 for Uvic Pacific Coast A in 4, Sophia Saska on the anchoring leg, final 50 free, 2:16.69 to 150. Here comes Ada. 2:35.34 at the end of the 150, and that's Grace Tayette for the final 50 of freestyle. And turning over third, Elodie Cherninkoff at the end of the flies. Layla Zeibel in for the free. Top time in 4, 2:53.48 for Uvic Pacific Coast A. Second place finish in 5, 3:16.89. Uvic Pacific Coast B in 5. And here comes Layla Zeibel in lane number 3 for Uvic Pacific Coast C. Swimmers, let's make some noise, especially if she's on your team. Get her into those last 5 meters. And here's the end of heat 1, 3:48.75 in lane number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to event 214. This will be the 10 and under boys 200-meter medley relay. I will note at this time that all the results shown on the board are unofficial, not official at this time. All right, event 214, boys 10 and under 4x50. Mr. Referee.
Take your mark. Runners relax. Runners relax.
Swimmers in the water, just hold on a moment, relax for a sec. We've just got a quick little fix on the board. There we go. Event 214, boys 10 and under 4x50 medley relay.
Take your mark.
And here go the 10 and under boys. Lane number 3, Uvic Pacific Coast Swimming C team. In 4, the A team. Lane 5 is the B team. Leading out in 3 is Avery Elliott. Lane number 4, Arnav GC. And lane 5 is Owen Schroeder. And there's the 50-meter turnover, 55.26 for PCA UVic Pacific Coast A. Ethan Zhang on the takeover for the breaststroke leg. Lanes 3 and 5 coming into the wall. Again, that's Avery Elliott in lane 3, Owen Schroeder in 5. We have a turnover at 2:16.92 in lane 3 to 1:19, 2:08 for 3rd and 5. Tristan Perketic in UVic Pacific Coast Swimming C team in 3, and in lane number 5, Luca McKnight for the breaststroke 50. (150-meter turnover, 1:37.86 for the A team in 4. Noah Zhang for the butterfly 50. Just over 75 meters to go for the A team in 4. At the 150, 2:17.85 for Noah Zhang of UVic Pacific Coast A. Liam DeGoy in for the 4th and final 50. Just over 75 meters to go now for UVic Pacific Coast Swimming C and B teams, lane 3 and 5. Third leg in for the C teams, Jacob Cookson and Lennon Coughlin for the B team in 5. UVic Pacific Coast A team touching first in lane number 4. Top time is 2:55.26 in the 10 and under 4x50. And we've got our final 2 swimmers in for the C and B teams. Lane number 3 in 3rd, currently Santino Mayer, and lane number 5, Derek Francois. Second place finish in 5:3:51.97. And third place finish in lane number 3, 4:07.99. All right, that's it for 214. Moving on to event 215 next. This will be the first of our 11 and under events. This is the girls 4x50 meter 11 and under medley relay. We just have the one and only team in for the event 215, so let's make sure to make a little bit of extra noise to keep these 4 girls going. Lane number 5 is the A team for UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 1, in first leg is Eden Blaine for the 50 backstroke. $50-meter takeover and into the breaststroke. That's Maëlle Sanborn for the breaststroke 50.
You said you were pushing them, but you didn't get them in the booth.
In comes Maëlle after the end of the breaststroke, and off goes Sophia Zeibel for the 50 fly. Turnover time is 1:31.89 at the 100. $2:09.27 at the 150. And for the 50 freestyle, it's Adrina GC. And in she comes, final 5, and to the touch, 2:45.37. All right, that wraps up our girls relay. Moving on to the boys side, 11 under 4x50 meter medley relay, event 216. And we've got our board up, Mr. Referee. Lanes 4 and 5 are where our two racing teams occupy. Lane number 4 is the A team for UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 5 is the B team for UVic Pacific Coast. We got Eli Hicks in lane number 4 for the first 50, the 50 backstroke. And lane number 5, it's Christian Atwell. Solid finish into the wall there at the end of the backstroke, 50 and 4, 39.83 at the end of the first leg for UVic Pacifico Swimming's A team. We've got Hamish Gilbert in second place, or second leg for the A team in 4, and Ethan Zhang in second swim for UVic Pacifico Swimming's B team in 5. Less than a body length between the two boys teams at the end of the breaststroke. Into the fly, 129.01, 129.59 for the two teams, B over A. And we've got Ethan Goy in for the fly in 5, and Noah Zhang in for UVic Pacifico Swimming's A team in 4. And a reminder again to all swimmers, we do ask that while you are traveling around on the pool deck and up in the stands, that you do have a mask on at all times. Once again, to all swimmers, just a reminder that masks are to be on your face at all times while you're moving around the pool deck, traveling around on the pool deck, as well as while you are up in the stands. The exception to that is if you are having a sip of water or eating some food, and then the mask would go back on as soon as you are done. Unfortunately, this is still a facility rule, so we appreciate your understanding and appreciate that it is not always the most fun. Lane number 4, first place finish in the boys 11 and under 4x50 meter medley relay, 2:44.89 for the A team in 4. That was Liam Altona for the final 50. UVic Pacifico Swimming's B team in 5, Maxim Cimbaluk touches in second place in 5 for time, total team time of 2:56.19. Next up, we are moving on to event 201. This is the end of our relay portion of this afternoon. We're moving on to event 201. And again, this is the girls 11 and under 50 meter butterfly. We have 4 heats in this timed final event. We'll be moving on to that very shortly here. Heat 1 of event 201, girls 11 and under 50 meter butterfly, heat 1 of 4, Mr. Referee. In the first heat of our 50 meter butterfly, the top time shows as 101.87 for Juliana Roper of UVic City Ghost in 6th, 109.5251 for second place in 5 is Karina McDougall. Third place time showing as 117.66 for Brooklyn Murray, lane number 3. I'd like to declare also at this time that all results shown on the board are not official. Again, all results on the board not official at this time. We will be moving on to heat 2 of 4 heats for the 11 and under girls 50 meter butterfly up next. And as a small interim, while we're waiting for the board to reset, 2 disqualifications to be announced at this time. The first event 213, heat 1, lane 3. And second disqualification event 214, heat 1, lane 5. Once again, those disqualifications are 213, heat 1, lane 3, and event 214, heat 1, lane 5. We have the board up for heat 2, so this will be heat 2 of 4 heats for the girls 11 and under 50 meter butterfly. Mr. Referee.
milk chocolate with hazelnut, milk chocolate with almond, milk chocolate with milk chocolate extra creamy, and milk chocolate with nut.
In our second heat of the girls 11 under 50 fly, lane number 1 is Katie McLaren. UVic Pacificos, lane 2, Dana Kang. 3, Eleanor Fairhurst. In 4, Avery Hill. 5, Sophia Zeibel. 6 is Sophia Saska. Lane 7 is Isabella Kennedy, and lane 8 is Sophie Billinghurst. Into the final 5, out in front, it's 5, Sophia Zeibel. Touching first, 38.54. Second in is going to be lane number 6. That's looking like Sophia Saska. With a time of 46.07. Third place is lane number 1 for Katie McLaren, 52.28. We have heat 3 of 4 up next for the 11 under girls 50-meter butterfly. Again, heat 3 is coming up next of 4 heats for the girls 50-meter butterfly. In heat number 3, top time is in lane number 1 for Zoe Long, UVic Pacificos 48.80. Second place finish in lane number 8 for Josephine Kennedy of UVic Pacificos, a time of 52.90. And a third place finish in lane number 4 for Adair Nadeau of UVic Pacificos 102.65. Up next is going to be heat 4 of 4, the final heat of the girls 11 under 50-meter butterfly, event 201. Following this, we'll be moving on to event 202, which will be the boys' side of the event. The board is up, so here we go with heat 4, girls 11 and under 50-meter butterfly, Mr. Referee. In fourth and final heat, lane number 1 is Layla Zeibel. 2, Elodie Chernikov. Lane 3 is Ada Chen. 4 is Michelle Zhang. Lane 5, Kate Bignell. Lane 6, Eden Blaine. Lane 7 is Sunita Dharam-Paul. In 8, Grace Hayat. Top time, 31.17 for Zhang in 4. And that time is 31.17. Second place finish in 3, followed by a third place finish in lane 5. Again, third place in 5, 43.05 for Ada Chen, second in 3, and third in 5, 45.57 for Kate Bignell. Our top time again for Michelle Zhang of the Westman Otters, 31.17, 45.57 for Kate Bignell of Campbell River Kettlebells in 5, and UVic Pacifico Swimming's Ada Chen with the second place finish in 3, 43.05. And that concludes, like I mentioned before, that concludes event 201, the girls 11 and under 50 meter butterfly. Up next will be event 202, 202. This will be the boys 11 and under 50 meter butterfly. There are 3 heats in the event. Heat 1 coming up next. Mr. Referee. In the first of 3 heats for the boys 50 meter butterfly, we've got lane number 3 as Avery Elliott for UVic Pacificos, Derek Francois in 4, and Luca McKnight in 5. Our top time showing at 102.25 in lane 6. Lane 4 is second, Derek Francois, 105.54. And 127.52 is third and 5 for Luca McKnight. This is an important note to all swimmers. If you have not competed in many races before, referees at the end of each race will ask you to clear the pool to the sides and not up over the touch pads and the bulkhead. So again, to all swimmers, as you're coming out of your race, when the referees tell you to, please make sure that you're clearing the pool, exiting the pool from the sides of the pool. Up next is heat 2 of 3 heats of event 202, the boys 11 under 50 meter butterfly. Mr. Referee. In heat 2, lane number 1 is Christian Furketic, lane 2. Lane 1, Christian Furketic, lane 2, Jacob Cookson, lane 3 is Connor Beamish. In lane number 5, Ewan Ross, lane 6, Noah Zhang. Our top 2 times are in 6 and 5. It's 39.29 for Noah Zhang of UVic Pacificos in 6, 51.20 for Ewan Ross, UVic Pacificos in 5. It's going to be a 3rd place finish in lane number 2 for Jacob Cookson, 105.77. Next up, heat 3 of the boys 11 under 50 meter fly. Mr. Referee. With the start of our 3rd and final heat of event 202, the boys 11 and under 50 meter butterfly, I'd like to remind everybody on the pool deck that if you are not part or do not have someone watching the live stream for any of your events, or if you'd like to share the live stream, please make sure that you are letting everybody know that everybody that you know that the live stream can be reached from the Pacifico Swimming website. There is a link off of the right-hand side of the page underneath the event note. It should just be a webcast link. You can also be reached from the Pacifico Swimming Events tab and then scrolling down to the UVic Pacifico Swimming Christmas Cracker and clicking on the web link. In the 3rd heat of the boys 11 under 50 fly, top time is 44.09 for Ryan Zhang, Westman Honors in 5. Liam Altona for UVic Pacificos, 44.98, second in 7. 47.38 for Lennon Coughlin of the UVic Pacifico Swim Club, 47.38 again the time for 3rd and 4. Additionally, at this time, 2 disqualifications to announce. The first event, 202, Heat 1, Lane 3. The second event, 202, Heat 1, Lane 5. Again, those 2 disqualifications are event 202, Heat 1, Lane 3, and event 202, Heat 1, Lane 5.
The rest are going to the garbage.
Moving on now to event 203. This is the girls 11 and under 200 meter freestyle. This is going to be heat 1 of 4 heats in the event. Mr. Referee. Few more disqualifications to announce. Event 201, Heat 1, Lane 4. Event 201, Heat 2, Lane 1. Event 202, Heat 2, Lane 3. Event 201, Heat 2, Lane 7. Event 201, Heat 3, Lane 2. And Event 202, Heat 3, Lane 8. Once again, disqualifications in Event 201, Heat 1, Lane 4. Event 201, Heat 2, Lane 1. Event 201, Heat 2, Lane 3. Event 201, Heat 2, Lane 7. Event 201, Heat 3, Lane 2. And Event 202, Heat 3, Lane 8. Two more disqualifications at this current time. Event 202, Heat 1, Lane 4, and Event 202, Heat 2, Lane 2. Once again, those last two disqualifications, Event 202, Heat 1, Lane 4, Event 202, Heat 1, Lane 4, and Event 202, Heat 2, Lane 2. In the first of four heats for the girls 11 under 200 meter freestyle, event 203, the top time is in lane 3 for Ada Chen, 2:57.63. It's the second place finish. In lane number 2, time showing 3:29.24. And a third place finish in lane number 5, 3:29.64. It's a second place finish in lane number 2 for Caitlin Nadir of the Island Swim Team. And again, that third place finish is in lane number 5 for Grace Payette. It goes 3:29.64. We have some volunteer prizes to note out. If you are a volunteer, your name was entered into a draw for a couple prizes just as a thank you for all of your hard efforts throughout the duration of the meet. We have 2 sets of prizes to give out. First was from session 1. We are looking for Chris Poulin, Anne-Marie Van Maren, and Kirsty McIntosh, as well as Lindsay Roper and Heather Murray. If you heard your name called, you are a volunteer prize winner. Congratulations. You can come down to the announcing table at a time when you have a few moments to collect your prize. So once again, those names for our volunteer prize winners from sessions 1 and 2, Chris Poulin, Anne-Marie Van Maren, Kirsty McIntosh, Lindsay Roper, and Heather Murray. Thank you very much for all of your hard work, and congratulations on being one of our prize winners for the first 2 sessions of the meet. You can pick up your prizes again at the announcing table when you have a moment.
Oh, you go ahead. I'll deal with it over here. It's good. It was a good catch. You made a good catch. So.
That was Mandy.
Okay, yeah, man.
I was just Vanessa here.
Okay, so
Heat number 2 of the girls 11 and under 200 meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Madeline Lysing. Lane 2, Josephine Kennedy. Lane 3, Sophie Billinghurst. In 4, Zoe Long. Lane 5, Katie McLaren. 6 is Sophia Saska. Lane 7, Isabella Kennedy. And 8 is Avery Hill. We have our first place finish in lane number 6 for Sophia Saska with a time of 3:01.75. The second place finish in lane number 4 for Zoe Long. Uvic Pacifico Swimming time is 3:21.59. Third place finish in lane number 5 is Katie McLaren. Uvic Pacifico Swimming. Her finishing time for third place is 3:37.48.
Runners wait for the race to start, then exit the side of the pool. Run to the side of the pool. Do not climb over the line. Take your mark. Please exit the side of the pool. Run to the side of the pool.
Heat 3 of 4 heats of the girls 11 under 200 meter free. Lane number 1, Alexandra Cook. Lane 2, Clara Ben. Those both 2 swimmers, Uvic Pacific Coast. Lane 3, PCS Elodie Cherninkoff. In 4, Uvic Pacific Coast, Eden Bland. Lane 5, Uvic Pacific Coast, Adrina GC. Lane 6, Uvic Pacific Coast Swimming's Adair Nadeau. 7, Sunita Dharam Paul, Uvic Pacific Coast. And lane 8, Island Swimming, Raina Ames. The top time in heat number 3, 2:53.21. Adrena GC for UVic Pacificos in 5. Lane number 4, second, Eden Blaine, UVic Pacific Coast, 3:21.29. And a third place finish in lane number 8 for Raina Ames of Island Swimming. Her time, 3:23.83.
Players, please remain in the pool till the race starts, and then exit the side of the pool.
Next up is our 4th and final heat of event 203, the girls 11 and under 200 meter freestyle. Mr. Referee.
Please remain in the pool. Take your mark. Exit the side of the pool. Flip to the side of the pool, please.
I might as well take Chris's prize. He's not here.
You know what? Right tonight. You guys are gonna get well, there you go. Well, congratulations to you then.
Heat 4 of 4, girls 200 meter freestyle. Final heat of event 203. Lane number 4, first off the 50, Michelle Zhang for West Van Otters, followed by lane number 5, Kenzie MacArthur, Campbell over Killer Whales. Other swimmers in the heat, lane number 1, UVic Pacifico Swimming's Mael Sanborn. Lane 2, Island Swimming's Ann Yu. Lane 3, Island Swimming's Kayla Felt. Lane 6, Celine Ewan from Island Swimming. In 7, Campbell River Killer Whales, Kate Bignow. And lane 8, Island Swimming's Charlotte Guthrie. 100 meter turn for Zhang in 4, 105.76. Second and third, 3 and 5. Felt, then MacArthur, 112.41, 113.88. Two reminders to all swimmers at this time. Please listen up, keep this in mind. After the end of any of your races, please listen to what the starter or referee are telling you to do. All swimmers will stay in the water after the end of their race until asked to exit. And when you are exiting, please exit to the sides of the pool. Again, all swimmers after the end of your race, please make sure when the referees tell you to that you are exiting from the sides of the pool. Finally, to all swimmers, a reminder again, when you are up in the stands or making your way around and down on the pool deck, please make sure that you have a mask on, a face covering on, and your mask can be taken off just before the beginning of your race. So when you're up in the stands, when you're down on the pool deck waiting, please make sure that you are wearing a face mask. Very much appreciated, and it is unfortunately still the facility rule at this stage in the pandemic. Top time at the end of Heat 4 is 2:16.85 for Michelle Zhang of West Vancouver Otters, lane number 4. A small point of interest. Wasn't quite in contention today, but may perhaps in the near future, the provincial record for the 11-12-year-old girls 200 meter freestyle stands at 2:04.88. Set 2006 in Winnipeg by Whitehorse Glacier Bears Alexandra Gabor. Second place finish in lane number 3, Kayla Felt for Island Swimming, 2:30.28. Third place finish in 5, Kenzie MacArthur of Campbell River Killer Whales, 2:36.76. With that said, we move now to event 204. This is heat 1 of 3 for the boys, 11 and 12, 11 and under, 200 meter freestyle time finals. Again, this is heat 1, Mr. Referee. I'd like to take a quick moment to quickly re-announce our volunteer prize winners, just to try and catch all of them. If you hear your name called, you can come down at the end of the session or when you have a free moment. Volunteer prize winners are Lindsay Roper, Heather Murray, Anne-Marie Van Maren, and Christy McIntosh. If you heard your name called, you can come down to the announcing table at a time that you have some free time and collect your prize. Prizes are a big, huge thank you for all of your volunteer efforts throughout the duration of the session, and just to try and show our appreciation. In heat 1 of the boys 200 free, lane number 3 is Derek Francois. Lane number 4 is Christian Furketic of Yuvik Pacific Coast. Top time in heat 1 showing 2:51.04 at the turn in 7. Currently second, 2:56.77 in 6. Top time in heat 1 showing in lane 7, 350.65, following that 6, 356.24 in 6, 405.21 in 3.
of the pool. Take your mark.
In heat number 3 of event 204, pardon me, heat number 2, lane number 1, Ethan DeGoey of Uvic Pacific Coast. Lane 2 is Christian Atwell. 3, Hamish Gilbert. Lane 4, Carson Zhao. Lane 5, Maxim Simbaluk. Lane 7, Ewan Ross. And lane 8 is Santino Mayer. In first place, 305.24 for Christian Atwell for Uvic Pacific Coast, lane number 3. Second place looks to be a light touch in lane 2 for Connor Beamish. We may have a placing issue there with the light touch. Second fastest, the third fastest time is 3:15.73 for Maxim Simbaluk of Uvic Pacific Coast in 4.
Boys, please remain in the pool till the race starts. Please remain in the pool. Then exit the side.
But I also typically at all you might see me in a swim meet doing this
Heat number 3 of 3 in the water now for event 204. This is the boys 11 and under 200 meter freestyle again for those of you watching on the live stream. To anyone who is not yet tuned into the live stream, if you have someone at home who may want to be watching the live stream, please send them to the Pacific Coast Swimming website. There is a link to the web stream on the right-hand side of the main page. You can additionally go to Pacific Coast Swimming, and there's a left-hand tab for events, and you can scroll down to the Pacific Coast Swimming Christmas Cracker and click on the web stream link from there. Our third and final heat of the 1100 boys 200 meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Kai Feenstra of UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 2, Eli Hicks of UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 4 is Island Swimming's Reed Lores. In 5, Liam Altona from Pacific Coast. Lane 6, Eli Hicks, UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 7, UVPCS is Kai Feenstra. And 8 for Pacific Coast as well, Carson Zhao. Leading in 4, 2:01.27, Island Swimming's Reed Lores. Lane 6, Eli Hicks, 2:07.83, 2:12.78 for Liam Altona in lane 5. First and second place positions, 2:45.39 for Reed Lores in lane number 4. Island Swimming for first place in 4. Lane 6 is second, 2:50.84 for UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Eli Hicks. Third place, Liam Altona, UVic Pacific Coast in 5, 2:57.91. Our next race up is going to be heat 1 of 4 heats in event 205, timed final for the girls 11 and under 50 meter backstroke. Once again, heat 1 of 4, event 205, girls 11 and under 50 meter backstroke, Mr. Referee. Top time in the first heat of the 1100 girls 50-meter backstrokes, 58.15. Lane number 5, UVic Pacifico Swimming's Katie McLaren. 54.54 is UVic Pacifico Swimming's Isabel Kennedy in 6th. And 56.77 for Madeline Neising, UVic Pacifico Swimming in 4.
Please clear the pool to the side.
Next up is heat 2 of the 4 heats of the girls 1100 50-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. In heat number 2, lane 1, Kennedy Josephine. UVic Pacifico's lane 2 is Alexandra Cook of UVic Pacifico's. Lane 3, Island Swimming's Vivienne Sims. Lane 4, UVic Pacifico Swimming's Clara Benz. 5 is Maya Marston. Lane 6, Madalena Dodd. Lane 7 is Sophie Billinghurst. Lane 8, UVic Pacifico Swimming's Avery Hill. First in lane number 3, it's Vivienne Sims with a 51.80. Second place finish in lane number 1 for Josephine Kennedy, 57.43.
Swimmers, please clear the pool to the side. Please move to the side, clear the pool.
Heat number 3 of 4 heats of the girls 1100 50-meter backstroke in the water. Coming into the final 5 meters to touch first in 2 is Celine Ewan of Island Swimming, 41.18. A second place finish in lane number 4. Looks to be a little bit of a light touch for Charlotte Guthrie. And a third place finish in 6 for Grace Payant, UVic Ziticos 56.15. Next up, our 4th and final heat of the 11 under girls 50-meter backstroke. This is heat 4.
No, it's just to make it fair for all the swimmers, right?
Mr. Referee. Heat number 4. Lane number 1 is Raina Ames for Island Swimming. 2 is Camp River Killer Whales' Kate Bignell. Lane 3, Camp River Killer Whales as well, Kenzie MacArthur. In 4, West Van Otters, Cassie Wong. 5, Mariah Scott of Camp River Killer Whales. 6 is Kayla Felt for Island Swimming. Lane 7 is Island Swimming's Ann Yu. For Lane 8, UVic Pacifico Swimming's Juliana Roper. Top time in 4, Cassie Wong, West Van Otters 35.03, followed by 38.46 and 38.64. That's Camp River Killer Whales' Mariah Scott in 5 for second, and Island Swimming's Kayla Felt in 6 for third. We have a disqualification in event 205, heat 2, lane 2. Again, disqualification. Event 205, heat 2, lane 2. Event 206 is coming up next. This is going to be heat 1 of 3 heats for the time final of the boys 11 and under 50-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Swimmers, please make sure to clear to the sides of the pool. Again, swimmers, please clear to the sides of the pool after each race. Next up is going to be heat 2 of event 206, the boys 11 and under 50-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee.
your mark.
Top time in heat number 2 is lane number 3, showing Ethan Dugoy of UVic Pacific Coast. Time is 54.42.
Please clear the pool to the side. Boys, please clear the pool. Bring to the side of the pool and clear. Bring to the side of the pool and clear.
Our next race up is the final heat of event 206, which again is the boys 11 and under 50 meter backstroke. This will be heat 3 of 3. Heat 3, Mr. Referee.
Take your mark.
Heat number 3 of 3, top time in at the 50 meter touch is lane number 5, Reed Lores of Island Swimming, 40.03. Second place finish in lane number 7, 46.50 from Ewan Ross of UVic Pacific Coast. And it's a third place finish in lane number 1, showing for Maxim Simbaluk of UVic Pacific Coast. Time is 50.54. Moving on now to event 207, this is the girls 11 and under 200 meter individual medley. We have 2 heats in the event. Heat 1 up first. We'd like to remind all swimmers at this time that after the conclusion of each race, swimmers will stay in the water until told by the referee to exit from the sides of the pool. Heat 1, Mr. Referee. Lane number 2 for the first heat of the girls 200 meter individual medley is Layla Zeibel of UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 3 is Elodie Chernikov, UVic Pacific Coast. In lane 5, Camp River Killer Whales, Kenzie MacArthur, and lane 6, Uva Pacifico Swimming's Eden Blaine.
Well, they might not give you one because you're not marked, but you can try asking.
100 meters in, leading time is in lane 5 for Kenzie MacArthur. 1:36, I believe the board showed. Moving in second place off the 100-meter wall, show it should be 1:53.44 for Eden Blaine. And currently turning third at 100 rather, 2:06.55 for Elodie Chernikoff, Uva Pacific Coast. And it's lane number 5. For the touch, lane number 5, 3:11.41, Camera Killer Whales, Kenzie MacArthur. Second place finish in 3:16.39 for Elodie Chernikoff. That first place time for Camera Killer Whales, again, MacArthur in 5. There's actually a turn in lane 3 for Chernikoff. Coming into the final 5 meters for a second place finish will be lane number 6. Just entering the final 5 now. And for Uva Pacifico Swimming's Eden Blaine, the finishing time 3:44.08.
Please remain in the water till the next race starts, and exit the side of the pool.
Moving on to our final heat of event 207. This is heat 2 of 2, girls 11 and under 200 meter individual medley timed final. Mr. Referee.
Take your mark.
Here we go with heat 2. Lane number 1 for this race, Maëlle Sanborn of Uva Pacific Coast. Lane 2, Uva Pacific Coast Swimming, Sophia Zeibel. Lane 3, Island Swimming's Kayla Felt. Lane 4, West Vancouver Otters, Michelle Zhang. West Vancouver Otters in 5, it's Cassie Wong. 6 is Camp River Killer Whales, Mariah Scott. Lane 7 for Uva Pacific Coast is Adrina GC. And it's Ada Chen for the Pacific Coast Swimming Thunderbolts in lane number 8. First off the 50, lane 4, then lane 5. Nice smooth backstroke out there in lane number 4, turning at the 75-meter wall. Michelle Zhang for the West Van Otters, followed in lane 5 by Cassie Wong. West Vancouver Otters as well. We have 2 disqualifications to present at this time. The first disqualification is event 207, heat 1, lane 3. The second is event 207, heat 1, lane 6. Again, those 2 disqualifications are event 207, heat 1, lane 3, and event 207, heat 1, lane 6. And here comes Michelle Zhang, top time in 4 for the West Vancouver Otter swimmer, 2:30.23. Another little fun fact, the current BC provincial record for the 11 and 12-year-old girls 200-meter individual medley stands from 2018, set in Kelowna. It's a 2:21.34 that was set by Madison Jacks of the Hayek Swim Club. Second place in lane number 5 for this last heat of the girls 11 under 200-meter medley, 2:49.58 for Cassie Wong, West Van Otters in 5, and 2:52.38 for Island Swimming's Kayla Felt in 3.
Swimmers, please remain in the water. When the next race starts, exit the side of the pool.
Up next is event 208. This is the boys 11 and under 200-meter medley, 200-meter individual medley. Heat 1 of 2 heats in the race. Mr. Referee. Heat 1 of 2 heats for the boys 11 and under 200 meter individual medley, lane number 3 in this race is Lennon Coughlin from the UVic Pacifico Swim Club. Lane 4, Christian Atwell, UVic Pacificos as well. I'd like to do a quick reminder call for our volunteer prize winners. Again, Lindsay Roper, Heather Murray, Anne-Marie Van Maren, and Christy McIntosh. When the session concludes, you can pick up your volunteer prizes at the announcing table. Once again, Lindsay Roper, Heather Murray, Anne-Marie Van Maren, and Christy McIntosh. You can pick up your prizes at the announcing counter at the end of the session.
I can see you just getting frustrated that you got swimmers in the pool, you don't know what to call them, right?
Well, I mean, there's no point in me announcing the time. You're like, oh yeah, it's just logic. Yeah, exactly.
It's off time in Heat 1, 3:36.56. UVic Pacifico Swimming's Christian Atwell in 4.
Remain in the pool. Remain in the corner of your lane until the next race starts. And exit the side of the pool.
Moving on to Heat 2 of 2, boys 11 and under 200 meter individual medley. This is again Heat 2, Mr. Referee.
Take your mark.
Heat number 2 for the 11 and under boys 200 meter individual medley. Lane 1, Liam Altona for UVic Pacificos. Lane 2, Carson Zhao of UVic Pacificos. Lane 3 is Hamish Gilbert, UVic Pacificos. Lane 4, UVic Pacificos Swimming's Noah Zhang. In 5, second off the 100 meter, the 50 meter turn rather. Ryan Zhang of West Van Otters. Lane 6, Ethan Zhang of UVic Pacificos. 7, Kai Feenstra, and 8, Eli Hicks. UVic Pacificos for both those last two swimmers in 7 and 8. .25 meters of breaststroke to go in lane number 4. Noah Zhang for UVic Pacific Coast out in front. Into the final 75, we got a pretty close second, third between lanes 6 and 5. Again, that's Ethan Zhang in 6 for UVic Pacific Coast and Ryan Zhang for West Van Otters in 5. 50 meters to go for our leader, UVic Pacific Coast swimming Noah Zhang in lane 4, 2:25.22 at the 150. Top time, lane number 4, Noah Zhang for UVic Pacific Coast, 3:06.93. In comes Zhang in 6, Ethan Zhang, that is 3:26.68 for second in 6. And it's an 8th place finish, 8th. Lane 8 finish for 3rd place, Eli Hicks, 3:32.11. That concludes event 208. Move now to event 209, our second to last event for this 11 and under session. This is the girls 11 and under 50 meter breaststroke time final, 4 heats in the event.
Please wait in the pool, boys, until the next race starts. Wait in the corner of your lane until the next race starts.
There is a disqualification in event 208, heat 2, lane 1. Again, disqualification, event 208, heat 2, lane 1. Top time in this girls 50 meter breaststroke, heat 1, lane number 3, Katie McLaren, 52.05, UVic Pacific Coast. It's going to be a second place finish in lane number 5, 59.32 for Raina Ames of Island Swimming, and a third place finish in lane number 4, 103.04 for Madeline Lysing, UVic Pacific Coast. Next up is heat number 2 of the girls 11 and under 50 meter breaststroke. Heat 2 of 4.
Please remain in the water. Please remain in the water until the next race starts.
Mr. Referee. Heat number 2 in the water. Lane number 1 is Dana Kanga of UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 2, UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Isabella Kennedy. 3 is Zoe Long of UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 4, Island Swimming's Vivian Sims. Lane 5, Josephine Kennedy for UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 6, it's Eleanor Fairhurst, UVic Pacific Coast. 7, UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Sophie Billinghurst. And 8, Avery Hill, UVic Pacific Coast. 55.27 for Long in 3, 57.81 for Billinghurst in 7, and 103.98 for Kennedy in lane 2. Moving on to heat number 3, heat 3 of 4 for the girls 11 and over 50 meter breaststroke time finals. There's our top 8 for the girls' second heat. Heat 3 of 4 for the girls' 50 breaststroke now. Mr. Referee.
Please remain in order. Girls, can you move right to the wall in lane 7, please? Move right to the wall. Lane 7, move right to the wall. Take your mark. Please clear to the sides of the pool.
Reminder again to all swimmers, following the conclusion of any of your races, please make sure to listen to anything that the referees are telling you. In most cases, you will be sticking to the sides of the lane and waiting in the water until the next race after you has started, and then you will be clearing to the sides of the pool. In any case, all swimmers, please make sure that when you are leaving the pool after a race, you are clearing to the side unless the referees have said otherwise. Heat 3 of 4 in the water for the 11 and under girls 50 breaststroke. Lane 1 is Alexandra Cook for UVic Pacific Coast. 2, UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Madalena Dodd. In 3, UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Midhat Abbas. Lane 4, PCS Layla Zeibel. In 5, Grace Payette for UVic Pacific Coast. 6 is Maya Marston, UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 7, Island Swimming's Charlotte Guthrie. And 8 is UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Mael Sanborn. Top time in lane number 8, outside smoke race for Sanborn, 45.78, followed by 56.48. That's a second place finish in 7 for Charlotte Guthrie. Third place finish in 4 to a time of 102.91. Again, that's Layla Zeibel for UVic Pacific Coast in 4. There's the touch in 6 for Maya Marston, 137.36. We'd like to remind all swimmers, all coaches that at this time all results shown on the board for the duration of the session have been unofficial and will continue to be so for the remainder of the afternoon. Heat 4 of 4 is up next for the girls 11 under 50 breaststroke. Mr. Referee. A reminder to swimmers in the stands, again, please make sure that you have face coverings on, face masks on while you are waiting or while you are sitting in the stands. Anytime you're down on the pool deck as well, we ask that face masks are on for travel on the pool deck or waiting between races. Heat number 4 of 4 in the water for the girls 11 under 50 breaststroke. Coming into the final 5 meters here, it's lane number 4, Cassie Wong for the West Vancouver Otters. We had a close second, third in 5 and 6. Mariah Scott for Campbell Rivers in 5. Lane 6 is Island Swimming, Celine Ewan. Top time 39.98. Followed by lane 6 and, lane 5 and lane 6, 46.63 for Scott in 5 and 47.67 for Ewan in 6. Top time again is 39.98 for West Vancouver Otters' Cassie Wong in lane 4. Moving on now to event 210. This is our final event for the 11 and under session this afternoon. This is, again, the boys 11 and under 50 meter breaststroke, event 210. This is going to be heat 1 of 3 heats. Mr. Referee. In this race, heat number 1, lane 2 is Bexton Shaver, lane 3, Avery Elliott, lane 4, Derek Francois, and lane 5 is Luca McKnight. Top time in heat number 1 is 106.76 for Derek Francois, Yupik Pacific Coast. The next up is heat 2 of 3 for the boys 11 and under 50 meter breaststroke time finals. Once again, heat 2, Mr. Referee. During our quick intermission here, a couple of disqualifications to announce. Event 209, heat 1, lane 6. Event 209, heat 2, lane 1. And event 209, heat 2, lane 2. Once again, disqualifications, event 209, heat 1, lane 6. Event 209, heat 2, lane 1. And event 209, heat 2, lane 2. Once again, heat 2, Mr. Referee. Heat 2 of 3 heats in the 11 and under boys 50 breaststroke. Coming into the final touch here in lane number 7 is going to be Elliot Warder for the Island Swim Club. Seems like it was a bit of a light touch in 7. We're going to go with the second place time in lane 5 as Arnav GC, 1:21 and 1:01.16 as a third place time in 6 for UVic Pacifico Swimming's Ethan DeGoey. Moving on now to our final heat of this session, and the final heat of event 210, the boys 11 under 50 meter breaststroke. This is heat 3 of 3. Mr. Referee. Third and final heat of event 210 and the conclusion of our 11 and under session this afternoon. Lane number 1 for this race, Maxim Simbaluk, UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 2, Jas Kurit Sundher of UVic Pacific Coast. Lane 3, Liam DeGoey of UVic Pacific Coast. 4, UVic Pacific Coast Swimming's Ethan Zhang. In 5, Reed Lores, Island Swimming. Lane 6, Ryan Zhang, West Van Otters. In 7, UVic Pacific Coast, Ezra Sapnuk. And 8 is Ewan Ross, UVic Pacific Coast. Into the final 5, good race shaping up between lane 4 and 5. Zhang in 4, Lores in 5. Island Swimming versus PCS, and it looks like it's going to be Island Swimming taking the cake. It's 45-1-2 for Lores in 5, 45-5-4 for Zhang in 4. And ladies and gentlemen, we've just got our final swimmer coming into the wall here. And there's the end of heat 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our first 11 and under session, session 2 at the 2021 Pacifico Swimming Christmas Cracker, our 19th annual hosting of the event. Big thanks to all of our volunteers for coming out and making the session possible. Huge thank you to all swimmers and teams for coming out and making the event itself possible. We'd like to announce for anybody who's sticking around that warm-ups for the 12 and over finals session this afternoon and evening begin at 4:30. Warm-ups again beginning at 4:30 and concluding at 5:30. Racing will be beginning at 5:30 as well. So once again, warm-ups for the 12 and over final beginning at 4:30.